All right, now test it.
Refreshing. Hold on. There's, I think it's on a different stream. I'm going to refresh YouTube. Alright, Gosport Borough. Live.
Hopefully this one works.
Well,
Oh, finally.
Good.
Well, hello everybody and welcome to today's broadcast. Sorry for the delayed response. We've been having all sorts of issues involving their Wi-Fi today, but we are live here at the AI Stadium where it's Gosport taking on Pompey. It's Gosport in our new home strip, completely yellow, and in my personal opinion, it's an absolute lovely kit. Pompey in their traditional blue and white strip today, and I'm joined by Pompey expert Samuel Oros.
Hello,
Sam,
everyone.
looking forward to the game today. It should be an absolute cracker, shouldn't it?
Well, my debut commentary, and what could be better than to commentate with my boyhood club?
Well,
in the dream.
I was going to say, you've been saying you wanted to do it for ages, and what better way to do it? And Sam, I mean, Pompey last season, to say they were excellent, that's an understatement, isn't it?
Yes, the recruitment has been absolutely amazing. From summer to January, they started dropping points towards the winter, and they were able to turn around in January with some excellent signings, such as Callum.
Well, to be fair, they're starting to look like a real professional, championship team, in my opinion, Pompey, bringing in some big names. But Sam, which name has surprised you the most, considering we do have two trialists on the Pompey team today?
Sammy Silvera wasn't exactly a name I was familiar with up until now, but he's a pacey winger who I know will be able to score goals, and I'm looking forward to him playing this season.
And I can see Carson in the chat. Yeah, Carson, good to see you back too, mate. And it's Gosport currently on the tag. It's Harry Kavanagh coming down this right channel as he tries to lay off a cross, and it's well caught by Will Norris. Sam, it was a good catch there from the Pompey goalkeeper, and the first time he's been tested today.
Most clean sheets last season. You always expect him to put on a good performance.
And then that was Will Norris. He lifted the ball out. Now Pompey, they're back on the attack. It's Stevenson coming down this right-hand channel, but he's been intercepted by Bradley Tarbuck as he passes back forward into Rory Williams.
Callum Lang intercepts the ball.
It's Callum Lang through on goal. He plays one off for Scully. Scully outside of the box. Scully outside of the box. He's outside of the D as he passes it back. Now Marlon Pack in this right-hand channel as he lays one back to 22, which is Stevenson. Now Pack, once again, the captain, back on the ball. Scully plays one back into 20. And Sam, the two trialists today, what area would you say Pompey really need to improve on if they do want to challenge in this championship side and to maybe avoid relegation or challenging for the playoffs?
Good question. We probably had a few loose ends in pretty much everywhere. There's always room for improvement, and we've seen. Oh yeah, sorry. Apologies there, people. Well, you've got to strengthen everywhere because some players may not just be good enough for League One. And Anthony Scully nearly just tapped it in.
Well, it's gone back to goalkeeper Max Evans, and he's come in from Paul. So Gosport as well. We're talking about this retransitioning era, and Gosport, they're another team. We're really starting to look to build on players, and we brought in a number of players. So Max Evans being one of them. We've got Cameron Murray starting today, and for this game, it's our first home game back, and it looks like there's way over 2,000 people here. So it's a brilliant attendance once again here at the AI Stadium. But as Pompey win back the ball just over the halfway line, it's Ryan Towler who passes it out wide into the left wing, but it's gone back to Marlon Pack in the central circle. He looks up, tries to pick out a pass, and that's a lovely floated ball forward. Can it find the run? Oh, well, it did find the run of the left back, but the flag has gone up on the far side, and it will be offside, and it gives Gosport a chance just to reform, try and get back into a better formation. But Sam, the first start to this game, really has gone off to a good start so far for both teams.
Well, we have to see that. We'll have to see the game throughout. Only been a few minutes, James. Calm down.
Well, hopefully we'll be getting some good goals today. Last time we played Pompey, it ended in a 3-1 victory to Portsmouth, but we did have some brilliant games. But now it's Gosport. They're back on the attack. It was Harry Kavanagh on the halfway line. The former Pompey player, he lost the ball to Ryan Towler, and it's gone all the way back to Will Norris in goal. But yeah, so it's Norris in goal now. He passes it forward into the trialist, currently wearing the number 20 shirt today. But like I said, it's an interesting time to see Pompey and how they trying to improve their squad, refurbish some players in particular, and Ryan Towler as well. I'm going to.
John Williams. Jordan Williams inside the box.
He lays one back.
Over to,
Scully.
And the trialist skies it wide.
It was good effort there from Scully, wasn't it? Because Scully, he was the fourth for the attack there, but it was the trialist who fired it over. And it looks like, well, there is a trialist in attack, a trialist in defence. We talked about how they want to improve, but it'd be interesting to see Scully as well, because I've said it a couple of times in this broadcast already. Pompey, today they've got some brilliant players, such as Marlon Pack in the starting 11, Will Norris, some players we know, but Sam as well. They've got some players who didn't start too many games last season, one of them being Anthony Scully, and it gives players a real time to shine.
Just come on the attack.
It's Bradley Tarbuck in his left-hand channel. He lays one to forward. Yearwood, he's currently battling against Marlon Pack, but loses it.
As we were saying about Anthony Scully, he had quite a lot of fitness issues last season and only ended up playing 6 games.
Well, Gosport, they've been given a free kick around 40 yards away from goal. Is skipper Rory Williams currently hovering over it? Anthony Scully, he's talking to the ref. Doesn't feel like it was a foul. But Rory Williams, the captain, he definitely does. And we've seen Rory, he's delivered some excellent crosses last season. And can he do so here? He lays one off, trying to find the head of Yearwood. But the flag goes up on the far side anyway, as it goes off for offside. Good defensive offside trap there from Pompey. And it's gone back to Will Norris in goal, immediately starting from the play.
Picked up by the trialist.
But Asher Yearwood, he tries to go in for the challenge already, but once again, the referee, he blows up. I'm pretty sure this is the referee had for the Beaconsfield game. Well, Pompey, they're just going to have time to take their free kick, passing it back to goalkeeper Will Norris in goal. And Sam, what player are you most looking forward to seeing today here then from the Pompey team?
I'd say all the new signings. You've got Jordan Williams here, who proved to be a very efficient right back at Barnsley. And we've got the likes of the trialists as well. I'm really interested to see who they actually are and what they can prove.
Well, with Stevenson back on the attack there, but it's falling back to Callum Lang, who switches it out wide into Murphy in the left-hand channel. Murphy looking to come in. He tries to cut inside of Harry Kavanagh and does well to deliver a ball inside the box, but it's gone out for a corner. It looked like it was Harry Kavanagh who took the deflection. And Marlon Pack, he's now running over to the corner flag to go and take this corner. Good defensive work there from Harry Kavanagh, Sam.
I'm not familiar with Gosport. Haven't been watching a lot of them, but can you tell me something about him, James?
Well, Harry Kavanagh, he came from Pompey. Well, I'm going to have to stop because they are taking the corner. Marlon Pack whipping it in towards the far post, and it's being punched out by Max Evans. Only as far as Callum Lang outside of the box as he lays off back to Murphy. Murphy, he looks up, trying to see what he can do. It's Dutchy Hollins applying heavy pressure to the fullback, and he is brought down. It looked like it was a good challenge there, and either way, it goes out for a Pompey corner. So Pompey corner on the far side. Pat and Joe ordering the men just to try and keep their grounds there. Dutchy Hollins, another former Pompey veteran, had stints with Bournemouth as well. But he was absolutely pivotal last season. Won our player of the season. Well, the players' player of the season. But good defensive work there. But Pompey still have a corner. Once again, hit towards the far post, and it's been headed down. And it looked like Charlie Vasma cleared it off the line as it goes out for another corner, this time on the near side. I think that was the trialist there who got the head on it, but it was a good corner from Marlon Pack just to deliver that another in-swinger. Now he's going to be taking the one to the near side.
Callum Lang looked to take the corner, but rolls it back to the captain.
Marlon Pack, an integral part of Pompey's team last season, as he plays a short ball.
To the trialist.
And it's back into Lang.
That's Stevenson.
No, that's Lang. Murphy, but it's been cut out by Cameron Murray. Cameron Murray now trying to apply that heavy pressure, but Yearwood, he's also coming forward. It's Marlon Pack. He's on the edge of the halfway line, but a poor ball is easily caught by Max Evans in goal. And once again, they're just trying to refunction, try and get in a better position. But it's been all Pompey so far in the first 10 minutes, still goalless.
Well, we've seen what Pompey can do last season. Loads of goals, but it's been their defensive work that's really stood out. The least goals conceded last season. Oh!
And on the far side, it's Josh Murphy, the former Oxford man, who's been brought down by Harry Kavanagh. And once again, he's telling his midfielder, Cameron Murray, off. Looked like he could have done a bit better there. Looking like it, I think Harry Kavanagh wanted the midfielder to press quicker, and that ultimately led to the free kick, one which Cameron Murray will be, well, he will be annoyed about.
And Josh Murphy has stepped up to take it.
It's a new signing stepping up to take it. You got 2 goals for Oxford in their playoff final. So it'd be interesting to see how he does in the championship. Famous brother with Murphy in the Newcastle team as well. As he raises his arm. looks to curl one in once again towards his back post, finds the head of Ogilvy, and it's easily caught by Evans once again. But Sam, these free kicks, they are getting good headers on the ball, and they're finding space, these Pompey players. It's just the end product that they can't get right.
We're all familiar with the Norwich Academy. We've seen the likes of Abu Kamara, and for those who don't know, Josh Murphy came through the academy at Norwich, and we all like a bit of Norwich. Abu Kamara.
Currently, Marlon Pack in the centre circle as he passes it to Ogilvy. Now back to Murphy, but it's been headed out by Joe Morrison, the Gosport defender. But that's poor defending, which sees a pass misplaced into Callum Lang. But once again, Gosport defensively do well as it's Dutchy Hollins 10 yards away from the penalty area. They look to get it away as Alfie, Stan.
Towler commits the foul there.
Yeah, it was Towler who committed the foul there, but it was a needed foul, wasn't it? Just to stop that Gosport counter-attack. And if Gosport, they do want to get that first goal, it looks like it's going to have to come on the counter-attack, Sam.
That's where they're most proficient. Catch out the Pompey defence. Get that running behind the defenders, and you'll be able to score a few goals.
And currently, it's Yearwood battling on the, touchline. Right with the trialist. It was right near the Pompey dugout. Wondered what John Messina will be thinking. Obviously, he came from Oxford, so, it was his first stint, wasn't it, with managerial.
He was their set-piece coach.
Yeah, well, he hadn't had too much experience, had he, with Pompey before that? And Sam, looking back now, it was obviously the right move, but did a lot of Pompey fans think that?
Well, I certainly doubted it at first, but, guess I was wrong. He's made me happier in 1 year than other managers have in 5 years.
Well, safe to say, yeah, I think he's worked wonders. This Joe
Pack joins the back of defence. Scully plays it through to John Williams.
Williams, he's trying to cut inside of Tarbuck.
The trialist.
But he plays it back to the trialist.
Stevenson passes it over to Gilby. Murphy
on the left-hand channel as he tries to play a lovely through ball. And it does look as though it's found the run of Lang. Lang coming inside the box. Can he get a pass across? He can do exactly that. And the trialist, he just latched onto that ball, firing it over the top right corner. But once again, it's Lang who's doing all the work here. He's doing well, cutting inside of Harry Kavanagh. We've already seen it first time in the first 20 minutes. But it's Callum Mann. He's a danger man so far.
Well, Callum Mann, all too familiar. I'm good friends with his dad. Lovely guys. I hope for the sake of Callum, he has a very good game.
Evans, he launches the ball forward, trying to find Ashley Yearwood inside the Pompey half as Ogilvy. He headers forward, but finds Cameron Murray. Despite being short, he did well to get on the end of that ball. And currently, it's just pinballing around between the two teams. But it's Ashley Yearwood who does well there, just to get on the end of the ball. Dan Rowe not happy. He thinks he should have got a foul, but the referee, he's disagreeing. As Pompey, they hold possession. Now it's Ryan Towler. He's coming forward as he lays the ball off to the trialist. The trialist coming forward. He plays the ball through to Williams. Williams looks up as he passes back to the trialist. Ashley Yearwood, he's just trying to apply as much heavy pressure as possible. Gosport, I can't imagine they've had too much possession within the first half. Would be interesting to see. I do believe we have a Sky Sports guy here, but, I'm going to break off. It's Murphy. He's trying to come down this left-hand channel. And once again, it's good defensive work from Dan Rowe. Dan Rowe, he's doing what Harry Kane did within the Euros. He's constantly being left to dangle with inside his own box. It's hard to see, though, isn't it? Just Pompey, they're applying such heavy pressure within the first, couple minutes within this game. You do have to feel sorry for the Gosport attack here.
Yes, certainly. But it is what it is. Championship versus step 3 side.
Pack with a long corner. It finds the head of Ryan Towler and he heads into the side netting. And it's going to be one for Evans to comfortably pick up. But for the fans who are watching, who just simply know Pompey and don't know too much about Gosport, we did have a good season last season under Pat and Joe. They previously joined from Petersfield Town, and it was their first season managing at Pompey last season. No, not Pompey, sorry, Gosport. But yeah, they've worked absolute miracles. Similar to John Messina, I suppose there's a lot of similarities between the two managers. But we got playoffs in the end. Unlucky not to do well in the playoffs. We did play Salisbury in the semi-final and narrowly missed out, thanks to decisions not going against us. But we can't blame it all on that. Salisbury, they had a brilliant campaign, ended up winning that promotion through the playoffs. But hopefully Gosport, they can challenge again this season as Phasma, the man who gave away the penalty in that game. He played it to the trialist, and now the trialist played it into Josh Murphy, and he's finished it in the back of the net. And just like that, that's Josh Murphy's first goal for Portsmouth. I mean, he won't get many easier than that, Sam, but either way, it was a lovely finish from the former Oxford man for his first Pompey goal.
His last goal coming in the playoff finals against Bolton, a day that surely all Oxford fans won't forget.
And what a ball that was from the trialist as well.
Absolutely. I am eager to find out who that guy is.
Well, it's Pompey who take the lead here. I'm just going to be doing a quick treat, so I'll let Sam take over the commentary for a couple minutes.
So it seems that... So we're all familiar with Josh Murphy. He's a very, very good player. He came through the Norwich Academy. He's made 51 appearances for Oxford, and he's netted the goal 6 times in his 2 seasons. He's made 15 appearances for England's under 18, 19 and 20s, and has netted 1 goal, which was in the under 20s. He's a very good player, and I'm sure Pompey fans were delighted when they heard that we were going to get him in on a free. Gosport holding the ball at the back. Dispossessed. Ball's gone to Marlon Pack outside the box. It's hit to Josh Murphy. Josh Murphy looks to get that cross in. And it's an excellent save from the Gosport goalkeeper.
And what, like you said, Sam, that was brilliant from Pompey there. Once again, it was Josh Murphy causing all the problems. He was outside the D, taking a shot, wrapping his boots around the ball, trying to curl it into that top corner, forcing a great save from Max Evans. But still, Gosport, they're still struggling to find a grip in this game, as it's another corner for Portsmouth. They're 5th of the game. It's going to be Marlon. But it's Josh Murphy. He's beside him, so maybe they do go for the short option. But it's a poor corner. Now it's Alfie Stanley coming forward, the former Portsmouth man, as he lays one off to Ashley Yearwood, still inside his own half. Ashley Yearwood, he's got options arriving in front of him, but he's going alone. Yearwood tries to play a through ball, and it looks like it's done well. Get him to Harry Kavanagh. Kavanagh lays one back to Yearwood. Yearwood having a shot, and it's just wide of the left post. Gosport's first concrete chance, and it was great work from Harry Kavanagh, laying the ball off to the new signing, Yearwood. Yearwood, he's been a menace since joining, looks to be a real talent. And Sam, that was a golden opportunity for Gosport to find that equaliser.
It was an excellent Gosport counter-attack coming from a poor Portsmouth corner, and currently the trialist is on the ball. It's been played over to Josh Murphy. Murphy, is he onside? Murphy's been pushed off the ball, and it's back to the captain, Dan Wooden. Gosport's number 20 on the ball. A lot of pressure coming from the Pompey defence.
And Tarbach, he's currently trying to win a ball on this left-hand channel, but he loses out to the trialist. Now is 17 on the ball, the fellow trialist, as he lays one back to Marlon Pack. Marlon Pack, 30 yards away from goal. You're listening to Gosport Radio. It is currently Pompey 1, Gosport 0. The goal coming from Josh Murphy, but Marlon Pack, he lays a lovely ball across to Anthony Scully, just on the edge of the left-hand side of the box. But the referee on the far side, he blows up for offside, and Gosport, they will be given a free kick, one in which Joe Morrison or Charlie Vasma will take. And once again, it was another good opportunity for Portsmouth. This time, Marlon Pack laying the ball across to Anthony Scully. Scully, a player we didn't see too many times for Pompey last season, playing just 10 times.
6, actually.
Oh, 6, yeah. But I felt like injury really cost him a lot of that time as well.
Yeah, unfortunately, it looked like he was coming back from an injury and having further hamstring issues towards the end of the year. You've got to feel sorry for him.
Bradley Tarbach currently by the Pompey dugouts, but a ball has been found, and it looks like Alfie Stanley, he was trying to find the trialist, just trying to get around him, but in the end, the Pompey trialist, he held his ground well, wouldn't let Alfie Stanley get past him, and as a result, Gosport, they will have a throw-in. I would say 20 yards away from goal. It's going to be Captain Rory Williams taking it as he throws one back into Cameron Murray. Cameron Murray, 10 yards away from the halfway line, still inside of Pompey's half as he has to pass back to Joe Morrison thanks to the Pompey line. It's a high line they're currently playing, Pompey. But luckily, Gosport, they still withhold the possession. It's Cameron Murray currently on the ball and does well to pass it back into Charlie Vasma. Can Charlie Vasma keep it in play. He can as he passes forward into Bradley Tarbuck. Gosport currently playing out from the back, but a poor ball does see Marlon Pack win it. But the referee, he claims it was a too heavy challenge on Asher Yearwood. And as a result, Gosport, they have been given a free kick. One that Marlon Pack doesn't seem too happy with, Sam.
Marlon Pack turned back and he was not very happy with that challenge. I'll tell you that. He was looking for a foul.
Still, Pompey 1, Gosport 0. You're listening to Gosport Radio. As Gosport, they're still searching for their goal, and they might be able to find an attack here. As it's Stevenson, he's trying to wriggle his way past a number of defenders as he has to pass back into the trialist. He does try and find Murphy, but it's been intercepted by Danny Hollins, which is now passed into Asher Yearwood. Yearwood doing well to get past Packers. He passes into Dan Rowe. Dan Rowe looks to turn, but he has to pass back into Cameron Murray. Now it's Bradley Tarbuck on the ball, and he has to pass it back into Joe Morrison. It's Joe Morrison. He's striding forward. This time it's going down the right-hand channel through Harry Kavanagh. Back to Joe Morrison. And Gosport, they're playing it well. They're just constantly passing it. It's tiki-taka play. I'm sure Pat Sarachi, he's got some Brazilian connections, so he'll be happy seeing what's going on. But it's Tarbuck back on the ball. He looks to turn forward, but there's no options in front of him. All the players being man-marked. Now Charlie Vasmer.
Excellent set of young managers, Pat and Jawar. They had a great stint with Petersfield, helping them gain promotion to the 9th tier of English football.
Well, Sam, you know a lot about Gosport. I mean, last season, just so unlucky not to go up in the end with the playoff game, with decisions not going for us.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but that's the harsh reality of football. I feel like it was even more of a sting when your top player, Rafa Ramos, made his way over to Salisbury.
It's funny you mentioned Rafa. He was here last time we played Pompey, and he was the player who got the goal to give us the 1-0 lead. It was one in which Pompey did get the win in the end, 3-1 victory. But in the end, I think it was safe to say Pompey proved to be too strong. And that was the same case with the league as well.
Joe Morel last time scoring a out-of-the-box goal, who is also no longer here with us.
No, it's a shame to see, well, a lot of the Pompey players who are leaving the club, but still withhold a lot of the team. And I imagine this will be the team going into the, championship. But I'm going to return back to the game as it's Dutchy Hollins. He's on the edge of the central circle as he lays one back into Joe Morrison. Currently, the last 5 minutes, it's all been Gosport possession as it's Harry Kavanagh in this right-hand channel, just by the Harry Mitson stand. He passes back into Cameron Murray as he's searching for that forward pass. He has to pass back into veteran Dutchy Hollins, and he crosses a ball, which did look to find the run of Bradley Tarbuck. In the end, well caught by Will Norris, who had to come out of his box to win it back for Pompey. But I'm surprised the offside flag didn't go up there.
Yeah, they were looking for an offside. He had his hand up, but Gosport knew to back off and let the game play on.
Now it's Ogilvie on the ball. He's searching for that forward pass as he plays the pass into Scully. Now Ryan Towler. Now Ryan Towler as he passes back into Trialist. And Sam, it looks as though this Pompey team, they're playing with 3 centre-backs at the moment, but the 2 wingers, they're looking to move more to that right wing role. And it's a thing we've seen a lot in the Euros tournament. And do you think the Euros tournaments, I know, well, we used to see it a lot in the past where teams would restructure after seeing some goals in the Euro tournament, seeing how those professional teams played. And do you think Pompey or Gosport can take any inspiration from the Euros?
Well, we saw last season when we went into Fleetwood Town and we were down to fullbacks and we had to play a 3-4-3 and we ended up coming out on top with a 1-0 win. So Pompey are able to reorganise when need be, and that's what makes good professional footballers, being able to adapt to sudden change that you maybe weren't expecting.
Sam, I'm guessing you didn't enjoy the England game last Sunday.
Don't even.
Well, it's Pompey. Hopefully they can give you a bit of joy. They're currently leading 1-0 here on Gosport Radio, and it's a goal scorer Murphy back on the ball as he tries to play a through ball into the trialist number 17. Once again, the offside flag, it's gone up on the near side. And Sam, if I'm being honest, it's just been all offsides within the first 20, however long it's been, half an hour.
Yes, and we've seen from the trialist, he has missed a number of opportunities, but maybe it's a bit unfair because he hasn't had a clear shot, but maybe he should be taking more of a chance with some of these opportunities that he's been getting.
Gosport once again still trying to get past this Pompey midfield and trying to get into their half. It's Cameron Murray. He's coming forward as he passes it into Harry Kavanagh in the right-hand channel. Murray still just surrounded by blue shirts around him. The short midfielder passes it back into Joe Morrison. Joe Morrison, another one of those excellent defenders last season, and another player who I felt if we could have kept him fit for the remaining games, maybe, who knows, we could have seen that Gosport promotion. But in the end, it was meant to be. We stay in the Southern Premier League. But Pompey, they're still playing out from the back as it's Ryan Towler, another player who didn't get too much game time last season, as he passes forward into Josh Murphy, as he loops the ball forward into Lang. Lang, he's trying to cut inside of Joe Morrison, but Joe Morrison, he has to go down, sliding challenge. The referee blows up. Good defending from Joe Morrison, in my opinion, but he's left Callum Lang on the floor. Sam, good challenge in your opinion?
And we've just learned that the striker up front is Sean Patton from Derry City.
Well, you said it yourself there. It's Sean Patton from Exeter City. And I'm just reading, he's only 17 years old.
Not Exeter, Derry.
Oh, Derry.
The Irish League.
So, yeah.
Born on the 25th of July, 2006. Only a few months older than me and you, James.
Yeah, that is mad, isn't it? Well, especially after seeing Lamine Yamal in the Euros final. I mean, did he work wonders? But so is this trialist as well, Patton. He's had a couple good runs so far within the first half. But it's a Pompey free kick. It's hitting towards Ryan Towler, but Ryan Towler, he was just too heavy there on Cameron Murray as he goes down. And as a result, Gosport, they do get a free kick. Still Pompey 1, Gosport 0. It was Morrison with a challenge there. He's been excellent this game so far. But Gosport maybe starting to ride their luck with these current Pompey chances. There's another ball. It's once again carelessly given away as it trickles all the way back to Will Norris in goal. He passes forward into Marlon Pack. Former Pompey man, Alfie Stanley, he's trying to get on the ball, but Marlon Pack did well just to get the pass across there to the Pompey trialist. He's brought down.
And it's the Pompey trialist, Sean Patton, who goes down with a challenge. And the referee's motioning for some of the Gosport players to come forward. It's unclear whether there's going to be a booking or not. And it appears it's just been a telling off.
Either way, it gives Pompey another goal scoring chance. We've seen Marlon Pack on these free kick and corner rolls within the first half. We saw him a lot last season do it as well. We know what he can do. There's no Colby Bishop in the lineup today. So if there are some penalties, I could see Marlon taking it.
We might have to see in the second half. It might be him coming on along with Cassini Yengi and a lot of the other first team squad.
Pack with the free kick as he passes forward into Murphy. Murphy surrounded by two Gosport players in front of him, forcing him to pass back into Ogilvie. Ogilvie looked like he was trying to cross there, but he has to do a short pass back into Murphy. Now Murphy, he might be the man crossing, but he has Ogilvie arriving back on the overrun. But it's gone back to the trialist just on the edge of the box, but Cameron Murray doing well to win it back for Gosport possession. Now Gosport, they might be able to form a counter-attack as Harry Kavanagh, he's nipping forward, but it's good defending from Conor Ogilvie, winning it back instantly for Pompey. And Asher Yearwood just taking his frustration out on Callum Lang there, just outside of the central circle.
Careless challenge. Marlon Pack steps up to take the free kick and he passes it back. Callum Lang is down. Game has been halted.
Well, it looked a bit, I wouldn't say terrible challenge in the end. It just looked like he stood on his ankle. And just a challenge that can be a bit, just one that can hurt, really, Sam.
He was ruled out for injury for the rest of the season. And this is his first game back. And it appears that it might be too soon.
Well, I'd say so. But either way, I'm hoping he can continue in this game. Joined from Wigan. And well, he might be in one of the key parts this season.
So Callum Lang is a Everton fan, actually. He's a Scouser through and through. He first came through the academy at Liverpool before being released and joining Wigan Athletic, where he spent the rest of his career at. And now he's with the Blues, and good in terms of first impressions, he's got to be one of the best, scoring that late equaliser in that 2-2 draw.
Well, it's good to see him back on his feet. It looks like there will be no substitutions needed. And the only result of that challenge is a Pompey free kick, one that Gosport will once again need to defend. And it's a short free kick passed back to Ryan Towler now inside the Pompey half. But yeah, Riley Towler currently on the ball. See, I'm getting, yeah. Yeah. But Murray, he's come. He's currently chasing down Murphy, but it's Murphy who wins the sprint battle as he passes one into Anthony Scully. Can Scully get on the end of it? It's good defending, but still it falls back into Williams. Williams slays one back into Scully. Now Marlon Pack trying to chip a ball in, but once again well defended by Gosport. This time it's Joe Morrison swinging a leg at it, trying to clear it, but it only falls once again to a Pompey player as it rolls out for a throw in just by the Gosport dugouts. And now this time it's Harry Kavanagh. He's on the floor inside the Gosport box. Our physio currently running over to him. And I can just see there, Yengi, he's taking time to go and see all the fans. And Sam, these sorts of games, they give Pompey a great chance to meet all the 12 players they want to see. So all these young fans coming to the game, it's a great opportunity to meet their, favourite players.
Yeah, definitely. Kashidi Yengi is a fan favourite. He's that famous charge, 7 years in League One, 40 never league. So it's definitely a sign that you'll hear ringing around Fratton Park for a very long time.
Well, you would hope so. And, judging by the trialists, another one who's wearing the number 20 shirt at the moment. You've just mentioned the other trialist. He's Patton, so 17 years old. But could John Bassino be looking at these younger players to come into the squad? Ones that can maybe go on to be the next big star in this Pompey team.
We've seen with the likes of Ruben Swan, the 18-year-old, who didn't actually play many games for his previous club, being Sudbury. But is he ready to take up this new opportunity at Portsmouth? Only one way to find out.
Well, you've got to wonder, considering they're going to be in the Championship next season. But either way, these pre-season games, they give players a real chance to shine. We saw a lot of the Pompey players play here last season who have gone on to do big things, the academy players. One of them being Toby Stewart. He was on loan at Gosport last season, so I can tell you a lot about Toby Stewart. An excellent player. Ended up getting Step 3 non-league goalkeeper of the year, as well as joint Pompey, Gosport player of the season. So it's good to see him doing well. It was recently confirmed he's going on loan to Tunbridge Angels now. It's a shame he didn't stay with Gosport, but either way, big things meant for Toby Stewart.
I did watch Tunbridge Angels last season in a game against Havant Waterlooville, and they're a very good side. And I believe they beat Havant Waterlooville, which is something everyone's all too familiar with this relegation. And looks like Murphy's on their attack.
It's Ogilvie on the edge of the box, and it's another sliding challenge there from Joe Morrison, just denying the run of Ogilvie. 36 minutes played here, so another 10 till half time. Still Pompey 1, Gosport 0. That goal coming from Murphy, his first goal in a Pompey shirt. But it's Pompey, they're once again coming back on the attack, this time through their defender trialist. As he passes it forward into Williams. Williams trying to get past Tarbuck. Can Tarbuck hold his man? He can, as he has to pass back into Callum Lang. Now back into the Pompey trialist. And, for me, Sam, it's Bradley Tarbuck. He's currently having a sensational game in that left-back role. Normally he gets to play a lot higher, but today he's been forced back into defending duties, and he hasn't looked out of place.
Well, when you play against the likes of Marlon Pack, Jordan Williams, Josh Murphy, you've got to make some important decisions, and Pat and Joe have done so in putting their usually attacking player into the left-back position. And Jordan Williams passes it back to the trialist, Marlon Pack.
Now it's Marlon Pack on the edge of the central circle as he passes forward, and it does find the run of Callum Lang, but he runs into danger, this time coming into Dunchi Hollins. And now Gosport, they're trying to once again get rid of this danger as it's Tarbuck coming forward. He releases the ball into Asher Yearwood. Gosport, they're trying to ride this, momentum ride, but it's been won back by Murphy. Only for a short stint, actually, because Joe Morrison, a sliding challenge, wins him back the ball. Now, Asher Yearwood, he's trying to play a long through ball into the feet of Dan Rowe. Dan Rowe, he's only had a couple touches within this game, and that not being one of them. As Gosport, they give another careless foul away. This time it was Bradley Tarbuck leaving a leg on Anthony Scully, and Pompey, they are given a free kick.
Stevenson, midfield. Pass it back to Riley Towler, who last was on loan at AFC Wimbledon before being recalled and joining the Blues. Well, most Pompey fans will remember Riley Towler from that race against Bolton. His only ever 2 goals for Portsmouth. But what a night that was. Excellent game.
Oh, you talk about who having an excellent game. It was the trialist number 14 who was on the ball. And he did do a great through ball into the trialist number 17 there, who just shot wide, curled one wide of the left post. Either way, it was offside. But Sam Patton there, who was through on goal, it was a good opportunity for him.
Absolutely, it's important to make yourself known in these important preseason games. It allows for a youngster like him to prove he's good enough to join a squad like Portsmouth, and I'd like to see him here.
Actually, you would.
I'd love to see him develop and become the next Ronan Curtis, maybe even better.
Actually, you would laying a lovely brew into Cameron Murray. Cameron Murray, he was trying to play a through ball into Alfie Stanley, but has been won back by Pompey, this time through Marlon Pack. And Pompey, they're doing their defensive duties as well as their attacking one, as it's falling all the way back to Will Norris. It was Cameron Murray trying to force a mistake from the goalkeeper, but it's heavy pressure from down row, and Cameron Murray, it looked like he was going to place a misplaced pass into Cameron Murray, the goalkeeper. But Pompey, they've done well to get out of danger, as it's Anthony Scully now coming past the halfway line as he plays a through ball into Patton. Patton lays one back into Lang. Lang into Murphy on the edge of the box. Murphy trying to put in a ball, and it ends up going just wide. It took a deflection off of Dutchy Hollins as it goes out for a Pompey corner.
Murphy's been excellent today. He's got his goal. He's been running in and behind the defence, but he's just lacked that little bit towards the end of the half. He's getting caught out by the Gosport defenders.
And good news for Gosport fans, as it looks like Dan Wooden, he's warming up, as well as Jake Cope, another familiar face. But Pompey, they have taken their corner. It was a short one into Murphy. Murphy whipping a ball in, but it's been headed away by Joe Morrison. It's only gone as far as Riley Towler, who passes it back into Williams. Williams back to Towler. He passed the pass back into the central circle. Now Pompey, they're forced into defending, but it's Marlon Pack who wins back the ball as he passes it forward into Ogilvie. Pompey just trying to work another one of those attacks as it's Callum Lang now coming down this left-hand channel as he plays a lovely through ball into Murphy. Murphy doing well to get past a number of Gosport defenders. He's still going, but the pass he passes forward ends up finding Finn Walshmith, who bodies it away. But Pompey, they instantaneously win it back. Lang once again coming forward down this left-hand channel, just by the Harry Mitson stand, 30 yards away from goal. Still Pompey 1, Gosport 0. Now it's Murray who receives a through ball, avoiding the offside trap as he plays a through ball, trying to find the feet of the trialist, but it's been caught by our goalkeeper, Max Evans.
See, there's quite a lot of Pompey players warming up, probably waiting to get on in the second half. See Christian Sadie, Cassini Yengi, Connor Shaughnessy. Quite a lot of players there, James.
Well, it will be likely we will see a completely different Pompey team in the second half, as well as Gosport. I know we've got a different team coming up in the second half. So hopefully they'll mix up the game. Hasn't been too many chances within the first half, 40 minutes. Just 5 minutes left to go within this half. Still Pompey 1, Gosport 0.
Back to the trialist now.
Well, Sam, there hasn't been too many opportunities in this, first interval, has there?
No, but you know what they say, got to take those opportunities when you get them, and that's exactly what Josh Murphy has done. And we apologise if we do have any audio problems. And, Anthony Scully picks up on the box.
Scully, he's on the edge of the box, trying to put a through ball into Callum Lang, but it's been excellently caught by Max Evans, who has to come out of his position. Doing well to see the run of Lang. I wouldn't have even seen it from up here. But Max Evans, it was brilliant vision from the goalkeeper. Didn't have a great game against Petersfield, letting a couple of, a bit of a stinkers, if I'm being honest. But he's been having an excellent game so far, just letting in the one goal. And it was one goal he couldn't help.
It's quite harsh, I must say, James. Stinkers, you work for the club.
Well, I've got to be honest, Sam, here on the commentary.
Yeah.
Well,
honesty is the best policy, James. That's what they say.
Exactly. I mean, they were being honest enough about Harry Kane with BBC, weren't they?
If Southgate was honest enough, maybe Watkins would have started.
Well, Gosport, they're still trying to work an attack, but once again, they're just firing crosses and just aimlessly hoping to try and find a Gosport player on the end of it. But each time they're firing a cross into that Pompey half, it's always finding the Pompey defenders. And, well, I would imagine this is going to be an issue Pat and Joe are raising in the dressing rooms at half-time. Telling the players, we need to be getting on the end of these crosses if we want to find anything, as the crosses, they're not working.
Pat and Joe stood up, one of them looking very on edge. And apologies, but I don't know which one's which, James. I'm sure you can point them out for me.
Well, it's Pat on the left and it's Joe on the right. And to be fair, they don't look too worried just of yet. But I suppose if you're going 1-0 down to the League One champions, and we're only a Southern League side, bearing in mind, it's not too bad of a scoreline for Gosport. let's just hope we don't concede another before the half-time break, as it's Ogilvie on the ball, still inside his own half, as it's pulled back for Marlon Pack. He switches it out wide into Williams, who has to pass back into trialist number 20. Be interesting to find who that is out, the trialist number 20.
I'm curious as well. We know what number 17 is, that being Patton, but number 20, almost mistaken for Deshaun Bernard.
Well, former Sheffield Wednesday man. It would be weird to see him in a Pompey shirt, I suppose. But as Pompey once again on the attack, it's Williams trying to play a through ball into Anthony Scully. He knew he was offside and easily gathered in the end by Max Evans. But it's good balls from Williams coming in constantly.
Definitely. And you say that it would be weird to see Deshaun Bernard, but he did come in on loan in January of the 22-23 season. And I don't know if he's due to sign another contract at Wednesday, but would Pompey fans want to see him in the shirt again? Who knows?
Rory Williams, he tries to switch it out wide into the right-hand channel, trying to find Ashley Yearwood, but instead finds Ogilvie, who's having a good game in this left-hand pocket. He passes it forward into Murphy. Murphy, once again, trying to get past Finn Walshmith, and he does, excellently delivering the ball, but it's just too hard hit, and ends up finding Tarbuck on this right-hand corner. But he has to pass it forward, just because there was no Gosport bodies in front of him. Well, we're just having some messages come through. Trying to read all the messages. Currently over 100 people listening on Gosport Radio. Still the Blues who hold the 1-0 lead. Had some other chances within this game, but so far it's just been that one concrete chance.
Ellis Patton, I think it's Ellis Patton, the trialist. He's been creating a lot of chances and yet to score, but doesn't look shy of scoring. What do you think, James?
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you on that game. Well, that day. But still, Pompey, I'm just trying to work out the formation. They look like they're constantly keeping changing, which I'm finding interesting. Murphy, it's clear to see he's the one playing that clear concrete position in this left-hand pocket. And he's doing well to keep connecting with Ogilvie. But I'm sure you've just heard here, it's half-time here at the AI Stadium as it's Pompey 1, Gosport 0. Pompey having the better game, obviously, because they're leading. But it was a good chance, and they've had a number of chances. And Sam, in the end, Pompey, they deserve to be going into the second half as leading, but Gosport, they haven't had a bad half either.
Absolutely. Josh Murphy with a goal. We've seen Sean Patton, the trialist, with quite a few opportunities, but unfortunately not being able to score. We've seen good performances from Riley Towler, who's been shy of the squad, but made it into the starting 11 against Lincoln last season.
That is definitely him.
And I'm currently taking a few drinks.
Well, we'll return back into the second half. I'm hoping to get a better team sheet. So I'm just doing this based off of some of my personal knowledge. But we do really need a team sheet for the second half. But, the first half finishes, it's Pompey 1, Gosport 0. And we'll see you in the second half.
That was all right.
Yeah, it was
shut up. That's the problem. You can go talk 24/7. Oh well, it's your job. It's your job. I'm in it by now.
Hello guys and welcome back to second half commentary where Gosport, they're taking on League One champions Portsmouth Football Club. Pompey, they took the 1-0 lead going into the second half. A goal coming from Murphy and, well, Pompey, it was all Pompey within the first half. But Gosport, we've totally revamped the team for this second half. We've brought on some fan favourites such as Dan Wooden, who manages to win the ball off of Moxon as it's passed back to goalkeeper Cameron Archer. And that was a good chance there from Gosport early on, Sam.
Yes, well, it's Sun catch out, and looks like Gosport are on the attack here. Gosport's number 9.
And then Pompey, they instantly win it back as it's passed back. But Sam, it's a totally revamped Pompey team for this second half. A lot of new faces. And Sam, any interesting ones you want to find out a bit more about?
I think I said it in the previous half. I want to see Silvera on loan from Middlesbrough in the same league. Devlin, who's an up-and-coming young footballer, 20 years of age.
Well, it's Devlin who passed the ball back into Sean Gessie, who ended up trying to chip all the Gosport defence, but it does well to fall back into Sadie, because he's currently battling our trialist, currently near the left corner flag, and he does well to get past all of them. He's through on goal. He tries to put a pass through across the face of goal, ends up being gobbled by Callum Smart in goal. Callum Smart, he didn't play too many games for Gosport last season. He was mainly used as a substitute keeper with Toby Stewart. He was in outstanding form. But I'll give Callum Smart a real chance to form in this second half. It'll be interesting to see how he does. He started our last 2 previous pre-season games coming on for the second half. So, yeah, hopefully we can see Callum Smart in action today. I'm sure he'll be facing a number of Pompey chances today. As Pompey, they have a throw-in just by the Pompey dugouts, which is played to Christian Sadie. As Sadie passes it back to McIntyre. McIntyre in the Pompey defence.
That's one that I'm interested in. He only played 1 game last season, and he got a red card and also did something to his ankle, which luckily later on the red card was appealed and won, but 1 game in, sent off, out for the rest of the season, and he's back now.
And it's Pompey's new man, Silvera. He's coming down this left-hand flank up against our trialist number 4. He passes one into Sadie, and Sadie, he tried to lay it back to Silvera, and it was good defensive work there from Cameron Murray, doing well to get back from the midfield position, turning into a right back for that short stint. But as Gosport, they have to try and recreate another attack. This time it's Tarbuck inside his own box as he passes it into Joe Morrison. Morrison looks up and plays across into Dan Wooden, and it's a good touch from Dan Wooden. He bodies it down inside the Pompey half and does well just to keep hold of possession, and this wave of yellow bodies is now coming forward for Gosport as Asher Yearwood, he's pushed to the ground. No foul is given for Gosport, and as a result it's a poor pass from Sadie as he passes it forward, finding no Pompey players, and in the end it can only find Gosport's Callum Smart in goal. Missed opportunity there for Pompey, Sam?
Yes, you can see he tried to play it through to Yengi, who so skillful, such an amazing player, and he just couldn't get onto it in the end. It was too much of a powerful ball.
McIntyre, he's now on the ball. It's Pompey, they look to come back. They want to try and get that second goal because it's still currently Pompey 1, Gosport 0. As it's Silvera coming down this left-hand channel, he skips past Gosport's number 4, their trialist, as he whips in a ball, narrowly missing the head of Cassini Yengi. And once again, Silvera, he's been a menace down this left-hand channel and just inches away from Christian Sadie's head, which would have surely seen it divert into the back of the net.
Well, it's a nice introduction to what Pompey fans can look forward to this season. Hoping he can do a lot of the same, even better, when he plays against some of those difficult championship fixtures.
Well, it's going to be Finley Walsh-Smith on the far side, this time taking the throne. Still Pompey 1, Gosport 0. You're listening to Gosport Radio. We're going to be streaming all the Gosport home games this season through the commentary, well, at least the ones I can make. I'm sure Jeremy, he's currently away for this one, but I'm sure he'll be tuning in. But yeah, still Pompey, they've passed it back to goalkeeper Archer in goal. And Sam, it's another new face, Archer in goal today.
Yep, from QPR on a free. I believe he was also their backup keeper as well. Won the League One playoffs with Millwall back in 2017, where he was their main keeper. very good goalkeeper when he gets his opportunities to be a regular.
Well, I'm just reading some of the comments. I appreciate the compliments coming through the chat. And yeah, you're right. I am quite young. I'm only 17 years old. So yeah, doing this all well through volunteering at Gosport. And I have to admit, I love all of it. It's sound we can't hear. Yes, well, yeah, it's very busy. I'm currently reading Mick Williams' comment. Yeah, it's absolutely packed here at the AI Stadium. So that may be the main reason why you can't hear Sam that well. I mean, there must be way over 1,500 fans here in the AI Stadium. I'm not sure when we'll be able to find out the total attendance, but it looks a real solid attendance. But yeah, I mean, it's Gosport. They've been given a free kick for following an offside decision. It's going to be youngster Finley Walshmith taking a free kick. But he carelessly gives it away to Sylvester, open in front of goal, had all the time in the world. Just outside of the box, he blasted one over the Pompey bar. And Sam, what a golden opportunity that was from Sylvester there to get his first Pompey goal. Had an open goal in front of him.
Yeah, Silvera creating all the chances in the second half so far for Pompey. Doing an incredible job. It won't be soon before he nets a goal.
Well, Gosport, they've launched a goal kick forward, and it does well to find the body of Dan Wooden, but a heavy touch sees it return back to Pompey in possession. This time it falls to Sadie. Pompey, they're currently playing it around within the central circle as it's gone into the right-hand channel. This time Sparks is on the ball as he passes back. Pompey, they're really trying to force this another attack, what they previously had moments ago. Currently, 10 minutes are being played within the second half. Still Pompey 1, Gosport 0. But they are looking to get back on the attack as the ball's drilled in towards the near post, trying to find Sadie. But it trickles all the way back to Paddy Lane, who fires just wide of the top left corner. And once again, Pompey, they're getting all the shots and unlucky not to be 2-0 early on, Sam.
Paddy Lane's been a consistent goal scorer last season. Plenty of goals, plenty of assists. Special group, special teams, special players. Just quite by himself.
Well, we've got a lot of people inside the media room here. One of them being Andy Moon. I'm sure he has some fond memories of interviewing Paddy Lane. Not the best behind the microphone, is he, Paddy Lane? But he does make for some funny comments.
Oh, absolutely. And Devlin here, usually playing in a central midfield role, currently on the right. He's very versatile. And apparently, if we don't secure the signature of Zach Swanson, we may see Devlin shift into that right-hand position.
Pompey once again on the attack as a through ball finds Cassini Yengi, but he just can't get a good enough touch, which sees it return back to Gosport's Callum Smart. And it was a stretched out leg from Cassini Yengi. He was such an important player last season. But Sadie, his fellow counter striker part, wins back a ball. But it's excellently won back by Gosport's number 15, another trialist within the team. He's played a number of games on number 15. I'm pretty sure he was the number 6 the last 2 previous games. But he's been a rock in that Gosport defence. And I'm hoping he may be getting signed.
It's gone back to McIntyre here.
Well, Sam, I think your favourite player is the one, his counterpart, Sean Gessie. I mean, surely he's written in Pompey folklore now after that goal.
Shaughnessy, I was there on that night. Absolutely amazing goal. Had me screaming like a little girl. Amazing night. Definitely something I'm not going to forget in a while. And I played when my depression from the Euros kicked in. I watched the video and I was cured.
Wow, that's good to hear, Sam. But it's Callum Smart on the ball as he passes forward into Joe Morrison. Joe Morrison, he did run into trouble with Sylvester trying to get on the ball, but he did well to pass the ball forward into Bradley Tarbart. Now Tarbart, he's trying to escape the danger put on by Jack Sparks. He tries to play a pass into Trialist D, but it instantly returns back to Bradley Tarbart. And if I'm being honest, if we are going to get a goal, it's going to have to come through Tarbart. He did play a through ball into Alfie Stanley, immediately tripped there by Owen Moxon. And as a result, Gosport given a free kick 15 yards inside their own half, one which Cameron Murray will be taken as he passes back to Callum Smart in goal. But Sam, Gosport, they have looked a lot better in the second half with the new players coming on, and they've made a real impact so far.
Yeah, got a set of fresh legs and all these trialists hoping to prove something. So they'll be wanting to put in that 110%. We've seen from Gosport's trialist who's appeared a lot. What number was he again, James?
Which one, sorry?
The one that you said has been showing up constantly.
Oh, Tarbach, number 7. He's been excellent this season. But he wasn't so excellent there as he went heavy on Sylvester just by the Gosport dugouts. Pat and Joe loved that challenge. The new Pompey signing, Silvera, not so much.
Yep, it was a pretty meaty challenge, but not hard enough to be given away as a foul.
Well, it does return back to Pompey possession as it's McIntyre. He passes back to Archer in goal. And Dan Wooden, we know he's a poacher and loves to apply that heavy pressure. And that's exactly what he's doing as Asher Yearwood. He nearly steals the ball from Sadie's back pass. But Pompey, from the, keeping hold of possession, they've launched a new attack. And now it's Lane coming through on goal. He's got Cassini Yengi to the left of him. But he goes for a goal alone. And that was a selfish move there. And Callum Smart excellently came out of goal to deflect it with his right boot. Callum Smart, brilliant save there from Sam. But if I'm being honest, it was selfish from Lane, in my opinion.
Yep, Yengi put his hands up in frustration, not happy with the decision that Paddy Lane made. But we'll have to see if he'll be able to get another one.
Well, if he did pass it across to Yengi, it was free open in front of goal and was a golden opportunity to make it 2-0. But luckily, it is still only 1-0 here at the AEI Stadium as Yengi, he's been threaded through another ball through on goal. But it's, miles offside in the end, the Australian.
Yeah, Yengi's going to be frustrated that he's not receiving the service he wants to. Just from Lane, just there, with a simple pass to the right. Really should have taken that opportunity. Could have been 2-0.
Well, Gosport, they're going to try and come on the counter-attack here as it's Joe Morrison. He looks forward. He's got Bradley Tarbach to the right of him, but he launches a through ball into Alfie Stanley. Stanley using his legs to run onto it. He gets inside the box, but it's brilliant defending there from a Pompey player who does well to get back. I couldn't see because there's a pillar in the way, but Bradley Tarbach is Gosport who get back and hold of the possession. Joe Morrison this time on the ball as he plays it through into former Weymouth man Cameron Murray. Murray back into Finn Walshmith. Finn, he had a lot of interest from some Premier League teams, Sam. One of them being Nottingham Forest, but unfortunately, he's still at Gosport. Well, I'm happy he's still at Gosport, but yeah, had a lot of interest.
Well, yes. In my time at Horndean, I was able to watch him play, and I felt sorry for the lad because when you're one click away from joining a Premier League team and then you end up playing at Firebeds Park on a boggy slope.
Well, Jake Cope, he wins back the ball inside his own half, but he passes forward, which is intercepted by Paddy Lane. Now, Pompey, they look to go forward. It's Sean Gessie currently on side of the ball. He passes forward into the Irish Delvin. Now, Pompey, they're just trying to rework something. They haven't had too many opportunities within the first 15 minutes within the second half. The main one coming from Paddy Lane, which he could have seen make it 2-0 if he would have passed it to Cassini Yengi. But that's been the main shot here. It's still Pompey 1, Gosport 0. You're listening to Gosport Radio, the place where you can hear all Gosport commentaries for the next season. But Pompey, they've got a throw in 15 yards away from the Gosport goal. Sadie does well to turn the Gosport trialist, number 15. He's crossed. It ends up finding, Joe Morrison, who ends up hooking the ball out of the danger zone. But Pompey, they're back on their attack. This time it's Sparks in this right-hand pocket. The floodlights, I think they may have come on now. I've just seen a bright light come on. But luckily, Sam, we have been spoilt for weather today. I mean, it was awful weather yesterday. Some fans fearing the game could have got called off. But the weather, it's been lovely this game.
Yeah, it was raining earlier as I was driving into Gosport. And I think it's kind of convenient, I'd say. Managed to get the pit nice and moist for the game, James.
Well, I've just seen Rory Williams, our skipper. He's just come outside the press room. I mean, he won absolutely tirelessly during that first half. Done excellent defensive work. And, really, he kept it 1-0. So brilliant work from our skipper. But, Gosport, I mean, they're just playing it out from the back. And, Sam, I'm surprised Pompey, they're not, applying more heavy pressure. But
McIntyre brings down the captain with a challenge.
Well, it links back to my comment. If they would have been applying more heavy pressure, Pompey, they're not doing it in this half. It's been all Gosport. And honestly, in my opinion, it looks like they're going to be the team getting that, next goal.
Well, we'll have to wait and see, James. You never know. Pompey can turn up out of nowhere and really put on an extra 100%.
Gosport giving a free kick. It's Joe Morrison inside his own half as he switches it into the left-hand channel into Finley Walsh-Smith. And he does well to turn Paddy Lane as he lays the ball into Gosport's trialist, number 14. But he loses it out. And Jake Cope, he's trying to chase after the ball, trying to win it back for Gosport. And it's number 15, Gosport's trialist, who comes back and he passes it back into fellow trialist. This time, trialist D on the ball as he lays one left of the penalty box into Jake Cope. Jake Cope looks up. He tries to play across into Alfie Stanley. But unfortunately, Alfie Stanley is not the tallest of strikers. And in the end, it sees Pompey win back possession. Now, Paddy Lane coming down this right-hand channel. He switches it centrally into Sadie. Just trying to pass into Yengi, and a poor Yengi pass sees Gosport win it back. Now it's Alfie Stanley inside the central circle. He passes it back into Cameron Murray, skipping past Yengi and doing well just to keep hold of the Gosport possession. And Sam, I'm not allowed to name names here, but Gosport's 15, who's wearing the trialist's name today, he's been excellent.
Absolutely. I've also kept my eye on number 4. He looks very good on the ball and looks like he's able to wade through some of the Pompey defenders.
I mean, like I said, I've been very impressed by the trialists, and I wouldn't be too surprised if we hear a couple of those names signing within the next couple of days. So keep your eyes peeled out for Gosport's social media channels. But currently here at the AI Stadium, it is still Pompey 1, Gosport 0. The first half goal coming from Murphy on the 15th minute was a good goal from Murphy.
Here come the drums.
And they might be able to get a second as Cassini Yengi. He's set through on goal, 1-on-1 against Smart. And he chips it over the goalkeeper. And it's the Australian who nets Pompey's second goal of the game. I mean, well, I was just complimenting our defenders there. But, it turns out the goal will not stand. The offside flag has been gone up. And Cassini Yengi's goal.
And it appears
no, never mind. Sorry, it's not gone up. I was going to say, I saw the flag go up. No, never mind. It's not offside. I didn't see the substitute coming on. There will be a substitute coming on. It's Bradley Tarbuck coming off and another trialist coming on. But never mind. Gosport, they do go 2-0 down. I mean, this is the thing. I mean, you know, the referees on the far side, they all blend in with the fans. I can hardly see anything. I think I may need to go to Specsavers.
It was an excellent finish by Cassini Yengi. Excellent one-on-one. He chipped it over the keeper and it casually slotted into the back of the net. Brilliant goal by Yengi.
Yeah, well, Sadie, he's on the ball now. Pompey looking for their third. As Yengi, he chips the ball forward into Paddy Lane. Paddy Lane tries to put it in that bottom left corner, tries to beat Smart, but once again, it's the right boot from Smart that keeps it out. I guess you could say it's a Smart save.
Brilliant. It was a brilliant save. It's very difficult to save with your leg, so he's done an absolutely brilliant job there to stop Paddy Lane from scoring that goal he so desperately wants.
Well, Pompey, they've been given a throw-in, and it's been passed back into Sean Gessie, and they're just coming down this right-hand channel, trying to once again form a good attack. McIntyre's on the ball now. Gosport's still applying that heavy pressure, and if they do want to get something out of this game, they are really going to need to score now, as it is Pompey 2, Gosport 0. And I can just see the players in the Pompey dugouts. They're loving this game, aren't they? Getting all the attention and giving their fans the proper taste of, well, being a professional footballer like they are. Just a little bit of celebrity status there.
Yeah, you can see Will Norris signing young fans' arm, it looks like.
Oh, Sparks plays a lovely through ball into Paddy Lane. Paddy Lane once again through on goal as he cuts back. He passes it into Yengi. Yengi trying to turn his man. Can he get a shot cross? He can't, as it's good defending from the Gosport 15 trialist. But he runs into danger, the Gosport man, which sees Sinistera in this left-hand channel. He dances his way past Jake Cope. He's left of the box, whips in a ball, and it can't be caught by Smart, and it trickles its way back into Sadie. Still not properly dealt with. Can Smart keep it in? He can. And that is a danger averted for a small second. And Gosport, they're starting to invite this pressure now, Sam.
Yeah, shot deflected off of Owen Moxon, and it's gone out for a goal kick.
Still Pompey 0. No, Pompey 2, Gosport 0. But Gosport, they are on the attack. It's Alfie Stanley coming forward as he tries to play a through ball into Gosport's trialist. It's being cut out by McIntyre. And now Pompey, they'll be going forward. It's Lowry who chips the ball out wide into Sinistera in acres of space down this left-hand channel. It's only Joe Morrison in front of him. Silvera. Can he pull across a shot? He does a good step over and does deliver a shot. But he fires it straight into the side netting. And the gears have gone up in the second half, Sam. And Silvera, he's having a brilliant game, like I said.
Good spot from Lowry to play the ball over to Silvera, who makes a good run down and unfortunate to go wide. Up for a corner now, and it appears
It's going to be Paddy Lane taking this corner on the left
It's
corner.
Owen Moxon,
Oh, it's so
actually.
much. I thought it was 32.
the holding midfielder
So
taking
not-
a set piece.
Anyway, it's drilled in towards the far post, and it has been headed over. I mean, it wasn't the finest header there from Sparks.
No, well, most people were probably expecting him to take the corner. He was proficient at a lot of the set pieces last season when Conor Ogilvie was out injured for quite some time.
And Evans, he's going to be taking his goal kick as he passes forward into Joe Morrison. And now it's been, well, booted away. Trying to find Dan Wooden, but it creeps under the foot of the veteran striker. And instead, it falls back to Silvera, the Pompey number 8. But Joe Morrison, he does well just to get in front of the run there from Silvera as he hoofs it back into the Pompey half. And it falls all the way back to Archer in goal. Yeah, well, I can see Sam Chance, our former classmate. He's coming into the chat now. But it's Archer. He's just on the edge of the box. Needs to be careful of Dan Wooden, who's creeping behind him. Can Dan Wooden get in front of the keeper? He can't. But it's a good ball from Archer. And it has found Cassini Yengi. He's just outside of the Gosport box. Cassini Yengi, he's doing step overs, trying to get past Jake Cope. He does get past Jake Cope, but he can't get past the Gosport number 15 as he looks to now come forward as he passes to Alfie Stanley. Back to Jake Cope. Will Jake Cope try and clear it? He doesn't, as he does a short pass into Joe Morrison. But Morrison, he does clear it. Now Pompey, they're coming forward. It's Lowry on the ball as he switches out into the right-hand channel. Sparks, he passes back into Sean Gessie.
All this passing back bring me memories of England.
Well, we might be seeing another goal as they're currently in the right-hand channel, and Gosport, they still can't win the ball back. It's Lowry. He swipes the ball left into another Pompey body, but it's being once again gathered by Smart.
Tries to play it through, but there was no one there where he put the pass in.
Now Morrison. He's just looking forward, and he does pass the former Pompey man, Alfie Stanley.
Lowry pressing.
And now Silvera, he wins the ball off of Alfie Stanley as he passes forward. Now it's Sadie on the ball. He switches forward into Yengi. Yengi pulls back. Will he go for the shot? Will he go for the pass? He goes for the pass. He finds Sadie. It's a team effort from Sadie. He fires straight into the gloves of Smart. Once again, Smart doing the good goalkeeping work, and it's brilliant defending. Oh, well, I'm reading some more comments. Thanks for all the compliments coming through on the live chat. We do appreciate all the, live chat comments. And yeah, thanks for all the compliments coming through. We do really appreciate it, me and Sam.
We can hear the trumpet of famous Pompey fan John Westwood, who's
Yearwood, he plays a lovely through ball into Jake Cope down this right-hand channel. It's Dan Wooden. He cuts it back into midfielder Cameron Murray, but he's immediately dispossessed by Silvera. And there's currently battling going on between Lowry and the Gosport number 12, who's wearing the trialist name today. I mean, it's a good day for the trialist family, a joke I constantly see on social media.
Lowry's been excellent so far. The former Crewe Alexandra man came up through their youth academy and spent his entire career before joining us. Lowry, quite unfortunate with injuries, only managed to play a total of 6 times last season. John Massinio claims he was at fault for it because he let him back in too early.
Alfie Stanley wins back the ball 30 yards away from goal. He tries to pass forward into Dan Wooden, but it's expertly cut out by the Pompey veteran. Good defending there from Pompey, and unlucky not to find Alfie Stanley that Dan Wooden pass.
Moxon picks the ball back up, passes it back to Archer.
Well, I would imagine Archer, he's going to be the secondary goalkeeper this season for Portsmouth.
Will Norris, he did too much of a good job last season to be benched like that. I'm looking forward to seeing Will Norris play in the Championship and hopefully keep more of those clean sheets that Pompey will definitely be looking out to get.
Well, I'm looking at this Pompey side, and would you say this is a weak Pompey side compared to what we saw in the first half? And could we be seeing a lot of bench players in this half? Well, I mean, we've got the likes of Cassini Yengi, Paddy Lane, obviously first team players, but it looks a less dominant team than the first half, definitely.
We've seen Silvera, who's been the standout player of the entire game so far, and the ball's just been played through to Devlin, but the offside flag has been raised.
Well, it's a man on the following side, just near the Harry Mitson stand, who's the official today. And I mean, like, he just completely blends in with the fans. For the fans who are not here, it's a brilliant attendance today. I'm just trying to work out how many there are. I'm not sure when we'll be able to find out their attendance, but it looks way over 1,000. Probably, I would say 1,700 today, around that.
Probably around 1,500, James.
Either way, it's a great attendance for Gosport, and it will massively help a team like Gosport out going forward. And we do appreciate all the attendance coming to the game today.
Shaughnessy passes the ball back to Archer. Fun fact about Shaughnessy, he has a brother who's also a professional footballer as well. Older brother. Plays for Dundee United.
Wow. So, yeah, Scottish team. Well, Pompey, they've had their fair share of Scottish players in the past, but currently it's them coming down this left-hand channel as its debut, Silvera on the ball. He passes back and he's greeted with a loud cheer.
Silvera.
I could see him becoming a real fan favourite this season, but he's on the ball and he passes back to Moxon as he lays a lovely exchange cross into Lane. Lane now coming forward. It's Devlin on the ball. Back to Lane. Lane having a shot, and that's a fantastic header, which surely denies the third goal for Pompey. And once again, it's coming from Gosport's number 15. I mean, Sam, Paddy Lane's shot there, it was going on target. I thought it was going to head towards that top left corner. Looked like Smart was beaten, but it couldn't beat the head of number 15, the trialist today.
It was an excellent deflection from number 15 to put in that challenge and send the ball away from the net. Brilliant play from him.
Our football operations manager, Mark Summerhill, he's currently barking orders. I know he does a lot of work with the set pieces, and I'm sure he's going to want Gosport to defend this one well, as currently nearly every player is inside their own box, other than Alfie Stanley. Moxon with a corner. It's hit in towards the centre of the box, but it's been headed away. Only as far as Silvera, right of the penalty box. Silvera trying to get past Murray and does well to release the ball. It finds Sean Gessie, who puts it back into the danger zone. It's been saved once again by Smart and falls kindly to Jake Cope as he passes it out wide into Dan Wooden. Finley Walshmith, will he go for the clearance or the pass? He does go for the short pass into Cameron Murray. So he passes back into trialist 15. Now Gosport, they're coming down this left-hand channel.
Yep, it's been brilliant work from Portsmouth to get the ball into the box now, which they looked a little bit lacking last season, and there's just been a huge challenge. And
well, the challenge affecting both players,
which is not a good thing.
And you know what? It's something you don't want to see with both physios coming onto the pitch there.
Lowry with his fair share of injury problems throughout the season, all of last season as well too.
Well, Sam, what have you made of the first half and the start of the second half then, from both teams? Just give us your analysis.
It's been a tricky first half for Portsmouth. Gosport definitely sharp and ready to face Pompey. They knew the task that they had ahead of them, and for the most part, they have played well. But Pompey, just having that professional status and being in the second division now, is definitely the advantage.
And Gosport, they look as though they're going to be making a change. It's Pat and Joe. I'm not sure how many players are coming on here. I know 18, he's another one of the trialists. But it looks as though, well, Sam, these kind of stoppages, it gives both sets of teams a perfect time to talk to their players, doesn't it?
Yes. And here's that Tom Lowry is still down. Looking like work's being done to his ankle, which is not a good thing, where there's been consistent injury problems for the past 2 years. Surprisingly, he never had any injury problems when he played for Crewe Alexandra, but it appears that Portsmouth has been a bit of a curse for him, you could say. Musinho giving instructions to Jack Sparks and Samuel Silvera. There's a roar of Pompey chants throughout the stadium. And Lowry gets back up to the sidelines. Looks like he's going to be all right, James. Gosport players getting a lot of drinks. Pat and Joe giving instructions to all the Gosport players, probably telling them to make sure to prevent those through balls coming in so much.
Well, as many of you know who are Gosport fans, I'm James. I do the broadcasting here at Gosport. You may hear me go mute a couple of times where Sam takes over the commentary. That's because I've got to do all the tweets as well for Gosport. I mean, we're having some real issues today with the Wi-Fi and everything. As a commentary person, it is a right pain. I mean, we haven't even got the team sheet, so we're just doing it off of personal knowledge. So that's why, yeah, it's a struggle, isn't it, without team sheets, if we're being totally honest. But like I said, we're looking at all the comments, and we do really appreciate all of them.
Gosport are not in the National League. They play in the Southern Premier Division.
And if you are local, I would just say get down to all the games you can. As Gosport, they look to try and get a goal with the Southern League team, as it's the trialist number 18 who's just got onto the pitch. He gives it away to Sadie. Sadie just inside his own pass as he tries to play a through ball into Yengi, but it's been cut out by Gosport's 15 as he lays a pass into Dan Wooden right of the penalty area. He passes back into Jake Cope. Jake Cope with his afro, he passes back into Joe Morrison. Morrison, a big build, and that's probably why he's so excellent in defence. Previously with Beaconsfield, and was one of the best players in the Gosport team last season. I'm just trying to work out the current chance. Pompey fans really making themselves heard. But it's Yengi
confessing their love for one of the players.
just trying to work out what player. But But Gosport immediately winning it back. Cameron Murray, he passes it forward into Jake Cope just by the Gosport dugouts. Joe Morrison looks up as he passes forward into Cameron Murray. Back to Jake Cope in this right midfield position. And the ball has gone out of play just by the Pompey dugout as John Messino, he passes the ball to Joe Morrison as it will be a throw-in for Gosport inside their own half. Cameron Murray, he was the one running towards Joe Morrison, but it's a lofted throw-in which tries to find Gosport's number 18 trialist, but it goes out for a further throw-in inside this time the Pompey's half. One again which Joe Morrison will be taken.
It was McIntyre who made that clearance to prevent Gosport from getting the ball. Excellent clearance.
Morrison launching a throw-in, and Dan Wooden, he's currently battling Sparks to try and win it, and does well. He's victorious as he passes it into Jake Cope. Jake Cope launches the ball, trying to find a head of 12, but it's gone all the way back into Cameron Murray. Now Finley Walshmith. Can he be ambitious and take a shot here? No, he can't, but he passes it forward into Gosport's trialist, number 18. I believe that number 18 is one of our under 18 players. So, yeah, it's a big game for him today. But you do have to feel bad for some of these under 18 players. Yes, they can make a name for themselves, but coming against championship opponents doesn't get much harder than that if you want to go pro.
It's the perfect way to prove yourself. Why not play at your best when you're playing probably the hardest preseason you'll get in a long time? We're currently at our best we've ever been, James, in the past decade or so.
Well, still Pompey 2, Gosport 0. You're listening to Gosport Radio. Gosport currently on the attack. It's 18 dancing past the Gosport defence, and it's just passes constantly between the Gosport attack, which is fully made up of trialists now, other than Dan Wooden, who leads the line. But it's Joe Morrison in this right back role as he's coming forward. Jake Cope, he's asking for a ball, but it's 12. He lays the ball off into number 4. Can number 4 keep it in play on the far side? He can't as the ball runs out for a goal kick. Yeah, goal kick. One which Archie will be happy to see. And yeah. Oh, I'm just reading the comments. You're a big, yeah, I appreciate that. A lot of fans coming into the chat today. Like I said, we've been saying it all broadcast. Gosport and Pompey. I mean, really, Gosport probably have one of the best fan bases for our step of the division. And I know for a fact, I mean, Pompey, their support just goes unmatched. And you can see it today.
Absolutely. A good example of this is when they played Peterborough last season. I was part of the 3,000.
Sam, I'm going to have to cut you off with Sadie. He comes forward and chips the ball forward into Cassini Yengi. Yengi left of the penalty box as he passes back into Silvera. He passes back into Moxon. Moxon back into Sadie. Sadie battling with Gosport's 15. Now it's Moxon. He looks like he's going to go for a shot, and he does go for a shot, and it's being pushed away by Smart in goal. Does well just to get it out of the danger zone and pushing it out for a corner ball. I mean, that was good play from Smart because let's be real, that save, the deflection could have gone anywhere. If it would have gone to a Pompey player, that's game over. Did well to deflect it out for a corner ball there, Sam.
Absolutely. It was a dangerous looking ball and Moxon looking very good technically, like people have looked at him for when he played for Carlisle. And he's stepping up to take the corner now.
He raises his hand, Moxon, as he looks to drill one in, and it's in towards the near post, which is now cleared away by Finley Walsh-Smith. But boomerangs back to the left back. This time he chips the ball back in. Can it find someone at the back post? It can't. I believe, I'm not sure. Tom McIntyre, yeah. Well, I mean, he was just caught up within the net in there. It looked like he might have been able to get that final touch to divert it in the back of the net. I think Smart would have had it covered regardless, but either way, that was dangerous and a brilliant ball in from Moxon, Sam.
Yeah, McIntyre looking very dangerous when taking those set pieces. Probably something you're going to see a lot of in the upcoming championship season. And just as we were saying that, McIntyre just headed the ball away to clear it once again.
Well, Gosport's 15 currently on side of the ball as Cameron Murray. This time he tries to escape from the danger, but the ball falls to Moxon. And now Pompey, they're just currently trying to get out of the danger zone because now it's Gosport applying all the heavy pressure. But they do well to work it out because it's Paddy Lane. He's on the ball on the far side. He passes back to Sean Gessie, ultimately the guy who got Pompey that, well, League One winners medal. But Gosport, they're still currently trailing 2-0. 1 goal coming from Murphy in the first half, and well, it was Yengi in the second half who got the second goal.
Yeah, Cassini Yengi, excellent to find that ball through, slotting it over casually, like goalkeeper wasn't even there.
10 minutes left to play here at the AEI Stadium. You're listening to Gosport Radio. It's still Pompey 2, Gosport 0. Pompey, they're currently looking for that third goal as they're currently on the ball. And so Moxon on the ball.
Oh, Moxon, excellent player. We've seen a lot of him at Carlisle. And
Sadie, he just currently tries to win it back for Pompey, but he passes it forward. It's a heavy touch which sees it return back to Gosport possession. But it's number 26, Lowry, who wins it back for the Blues as they're coming down this right-hand channel once again as the ball is tried to be fed through into Paddy Lane. But that's a brilliant challenge from Finley Walsh-Smith on the far side, winning it back for Gosport as he passes it back into the trialist, which is wearing the number 4 jersey today. Callum Smart, he lifts the ball forward, trying to find Jake Cope, but instead finds Devlin. Devlin heading forward into Silvera. Silvera, he's currently battling against Joe Morrison. Now Sadie, he's on the ball just on the edge of the box. He's up against Cameron Murray. He goes for a shot and drags it against the face of goal. And once again, it's Cassini Yengi trying to get on the end of that ball. And once again, if he would have got on the end of that ball, it would have surely outputted with another goal, Sam.
Absolutely. Cassini Yengi finding those little spaces where he can just tap in the ball.
Well, I have to admit, I've been very impressed by Pompey. The balls they've been putting in. Much better in the second half than what they were doing in the first half. But
you can understand why Cassini Yengi has been called up to the Australian national team. Thanks to his excellent performances with Portsmouth, it's been his first few years. As we say that, Sadie
on the attack as he passes back to Silvera. Silvera going for a shot. I'm not sure. It looked like that took a vital deflection from Joe Morrison as it goes out for a corner ball. Brilliant defending from Joe Morrison. And Silvera, once again, the man getting on the end of the attacks and trying to get that third goal.
Silvera doing the most. He's been probably putting in the most amount of effort, and he's been excellent this season. He's been excellent this game so far.
Well, if you're Silvera, surely by the end of the night you would have wanted that first Pompey goal because he's had all the chances in the world.
Yeah, always a good work to make a good first impression.
Moxon with the left corner flag as he passes the near corner. He releases the ball and it's a heavy hit cross. And it's easily headed away by Joe Morrison, who's a lot taller than the fellow counterpart, McIntyre, who went in for the header there. And Gosport, they're still trying to clear it, but the clearance this time falls to number 26, Lowry. Now Paddy Lane, 30 yards away from goal, unleashing a shot, and it's just wide of the bottom right corner. It looked like it was creeping in. Callum Smart, he was worried there, and it was a good chance there.
Paddy Lane, that shot on goal again. So we saw earlier in the game when he didn't pass to Cassini Yengi. He always likes to have a good shot on goal, doesn't he, Paddy Lane?
Oh, really does.
Paddy Lane came through the likes of Hyde United, I believe. Well,
Sadie, he wins back a ball on the edge of the box, but it's well dealt with by Cameron Murray as he's now striding forward. He's got options arriving left, right to it. He's even got one in front of him, which is Dan Wooden, but he lays it off to Gosport's number 4. And he chips it over the Pompey defender. Now there's currently battles going on between the trialist and Lowry. Gosport doing well just to keep hold of the ball, but Sadie, he wins it back. Referee immediately blows up for a foul on the edge of the central circle inside Pompey's half, and it's one Gosport will be happy with. And finally, Gosport might be able to find their goal.
Sadie spent the 22-23 season on loan at Shrewsbury Town, where he became a fan favourite among them, and before joining us for a undisclosed fee.
Literally minutes left to go in this game, and if Gosport do want to try and carve out a result, they're going to have to score from this free kick. It's one which will be taken by Cameron Murray, the former Weymouth man. He took all the set pieces for Weymouth, the National League South side. Let's see what he can do here. Murray releases the ball, arriving at the far post, trying to find Joe Morrison, but it's been caught well by Archer. Looked like he found a defender. He spills to the floor. The referee blows up for the foul on Archer. I mean, you can see what Gosport were trying to do there, picking out Joe Morrison. But Archer doing well, just to see the run of Morrison, the defender, and just catching him out of place there.
Fell just short of being able to locate that perfect header.
Now Sparks, he's coming forward just by the Gosport dugout as he lays a lovely through ball into Cassini Yengi. Callum Smart has to come way out of his goal just to get in front of it, making sure Yengi can get on the end of the ball. Now Gosport, they're coming forward. Jake Cope, he's on the ball. He's got options in front of him, 3 of them being trialists. He tries to pass it into 18, but he loses the ball to Owen Moxon. Now Pompey, they're just going to take their time, maybe try and kill the final minutes left of this game. So Moxon on the ball. And Gosport, they do well, nearly winning the ball off of Sean Garris's clearance. Now it's being hoofed away. And the clearance nearly finds Paddy Lane. And now Yengi, he's currently tussling for the ball against Gosport's number 15. But I see Earwood inside the central circle, passing it out into Joe Morrison. Morrison, he passes it into the trialist, which is wearing the number 18. It's a lovely turn, and his shirt is easily pulled by Tom Lowry. A yellow card will be plucked from the referee's pocket, the first of the game. And this is a golden opportunity for Gosport. The free kick will be taken just outside of the Pompey penalty area. And I would imagine it's either going to be Dan Wooden or Jake Cope taking this free kick, or maybe even Cameron Murray.
It was a silly challenge by Lowry, just tugging on his shirt, and the referee couldn't play advantage to that. It was too much of a heavy foul to have played advantage.
It was a deserved yellow card, and Gosport, they might finally be able to get a goal here, because Pompey, they still lead 2-0. You're listening to Gosport Radio, and Gosport have a perfect place for this free kick, just on the edge of the box. There's a 4-man wall in front of him. Can Dan Wooden bend it over the wall? He steps up. He tries to curl it into the bottom left corner. It's spilled by the keeper. And it's finished by Asher Yearwood. And Gosport do get a goal back in this game. It's Asher Yearwood who finds the back of the net. What a shot that was from Dan Wooden. He bent it towards that bottom left corner. Spilled by Archer in goal. Easily finished by Asher Yearwood. He's been excellent in pre-season already, Asher Yearwood. He scored a scream against us when he was playing for Beaconsfield, and he scores his first Gosport goal today. Asher Yearwood, what a goal that was, and how good does it feel to be on the goal sheet now, Sam?
I don't know. I'm not him, James, but I'm sure it will be a defiant moment for him. He's definitely proud of himself, and there's one more goal in it.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm absolutely buzzing with that. And he gets a warm round of applause. Wait, Sam, can you take over the commentary?
Yep, and it's Gosport's number 4 and the goal scorer who are coming off and being replaced by Gosport's number 19 and 10. I'm not sure if they're trialists or not. Pompey probably disappointed to not be able to keep that clean sheet. John Archer also wanting to make a good first impression. Moxon plays it wide to Devlin. Sends it back to Conshaughnessy. Making a decision here. Keeping hold of the ball. Passes it over to McIntyre. McIntyre searching for a ball. Laid back to the left, Sparks. Sparks sends it over. Silver. Silver is onside. Silver's onside. Just outside the box. Silver trying to place that cross in. Cross goes in. And it's
kept in by Moxon. Oh, the referee does blow. Sam, good opportunity for Pompey there.
Yep. Trying to make it 3-1, just trying to make sure that there's no way of being able to win or draw that game. They're trying to make sure that Gosport do not get any point out of this. Although it is friendly, so there is no points to give.
I mean, still, Gosport, we're going to want a result, because a result here could really lift this AEI stadium, although I think it's dominated by Pompey fans here today. But from a personal note, I must admit, it was a lovely goal from Gosport there. It was Dan Wooden. We've seen him do set pieces all season, and he's been great. Yeah. And he's back on the attack once again. He's got number 10 arriving in front of him, another trialist. He wins the ball. He's got 18 arriving to the right of him, but he chooses Jake Cope. And it's a brilliant sliding challenge from, Sadie there, winning it back from Pompey, and they're going to go on the attack. It's going to be a fiery end towards the later stages of this game. But Joe Morrison, he wins it back inside the Pompey half. He passes it forward into number 19, another trialist. And I think there's only a number of players currently playing for Gosport who aren't trialists. So I'm going to be saying trialists a lot for the final couple minutes.
Tries to play a...
Well, it's 15 who tries... 18. Yeah, well, like you said there, Sam, 15, he tried to play that perfect ball there, runs out of play, and I'm going to imagine Archer, he's going to want to take every moment here just to avoid letting in another goal.
You can hear how that goal has changed the atmosphere of the Gosport fans. Here the drummers are coming in now. Seems like there's a sense of optimism here, James. Do you believe Gosport will be able to find that late equaliser?
Well, I'll tell you what, it wouldn't be bad for a social media channel, so I definitely wouldn't mind a late equaliser. And it would be great to hear this AEI Stadium erupt. But you're listening to Gosport Radio. It is now Pompey 2, Gosport 1. That Gosport goal coming from Asher Yearwood just moments ago. Can they find that second goal? And can we find an equaliser in the dire moments of this game? As it's Moxon who lifts the ball forward. Devlin, he's got a chance to finish this game off as he cuts inside the Pompey trialist number 4. He lays one off to Paddy Lane. Paddy Lane passes it across to Severa. Can he get his first goal for Pompey? Left of the penalty box, he fakes number 18 in front of him. He lays one back to Sadie. Sadie looks up. He hits the ball towards the far post, trying to find a Pompey body, but instead finds Gosport's number 4 as he passes forward into his fellow trialist counterpart, number 12.
It was excellent play from Pompey, getting that ball forward, just once again, just not being able to find the back of the net. Unfortunate.
McIntyre on the side of the ball, just inside Gosport's half, as he progresses past the central circle.
Lowry.
Now it's Sparks. Sparks coming forward. He's going for a shot, and it's curled into the top right corner. I mean, we talk about sensational goals, but Sparks with an absolute beauty there, 20 yards away from goal, curls it into the top right corner. Callum Smart has no chance, and Sam, that's the goal of the match, and Pompey, they surely have secured the win now.
Yeah, I think it's all over for Gosport. They played a good game, and I believe that is full time.
Well, the full-time whistle, it has just sounded here, and it's Pompey 3, Gosport 1. That goal literally finishing off the game. It's been an excellent game here, Sam, and what's been your verdict on the game?
Well, we've seen some great balls being played up front. We've seen some good work from the new trialists, who we'll hope to see more of soon, James. We've got young, ambitious players who maybe should be given that chance in the championship. We've got Sparks here with, I think, his first Pompey goal, which I'm sure he'll be proud of and one to remember. What a goal from Sparks to finish off the game. Excellent nail in the coffin.
Well, like Sam said, it was an absolute beauty here. And what a cracker game it's been here at the AEI Stadium. Enjoyed by thousands across the stadium. It's been a brilliant day for football, but it finishes Pompey 3, Gosport 1. Thanks for all the guys listening and tuning into the stream. We hope you enjoyed it. But we'll see you again for next week. But as final words from me, up the Borough.